Now, every MIM class elects their MIM council at the beginning of the program, and every council is comprised of 8 members, each responsible for a specific area and representing the interests of the entire MIM student body. Could I please ask the council members, Christina, Felix, Foke, Grace, Danielle, Sebastian, Sid, Caroline, and Maria to stand up so that we can give you a round of applause. I'd like to invite Christina and Felix to join me on stage to give the MIM Council address.
Okay, this is the fun bit. So,
Sure. Here is a nice warm way to start your MIM commencement speech.
Oh no, I thought you took that bit out. And surely you're not using ChatGPT to write all your work. The MIM is a serious program. We use Claude.
Sorry, Felix, my bad. Well, even Claude doesn't know about the fabulous things we got up to this year. So I can assure you, I wrote the rest all by myself. So, as I was saying, I would like to begin by thanking our esteemed guests for joining us today. Dean Veloso, Dean Hasilla, our wonderful guest speaker, Kun Yang, all faculty, staff, our family, friends, and of course, the terrific MIM class of 2027. It's our pleasure to address you this afternoon. It only makes sense to begin right at the start. To all of us arriving back in summer Rifonti, last year seems a distant memory. Thinking about those first few days of the MIM, it is hard to believe how much we have changed and experienced together in such a short amount of time. Lifelong bonds had not yet been formed, our wonderful trips had not yet been planned, and we still thought a liability was the friend who never made it to Mecano. We were warmly welcomed by Agatha, who provided vital information and support to all of us. As well as Laura here in Singapore, thank you for your help. It never ceased. Whether dealing with our endless questions, requests, or question El Cusa refusing to check his timetable, we cannot thank you too enough for making this year run as smoothly as possible. Hopefully, we will still be able to function in adult life without you guys being by our side.
It is remarkable how much has changed since Fonti in such a short period of time. Looking back at photos, I did not realize the aging effect that back-to-back MBB rejections in a few months has on a human, but I can honestly say I am proud of the way we have supported each other through what has been a challenging year. The easy solution is to close off and only celebrate personal success, putting on a fake smile when a classmate got the job you had dreamed of. But I was truly struck that this cohort formed such a strong rapport which ensured that this was never the case. Although this may land me in trouble with Mitch, I would like to extend a sincere thank you to the entire Careers Network, not just those in the CDC, but to alumni, MBAs, professors, and fellow MIMs who went the extra mile when they knew they could help someone else. And although Thibaut may have slightly exaggerated the Swiss train policy, the INSEAD spirit of give, give, get was clear for all to see. And I know everyone graduating today has felt it. We would like to thank him for his persistent reminders to cherish every moment, to be grateful, and for sharing his obvious passion for this school whose mission he truly believes in. And although the bell in Freddy's may have fallen silent as our time in Fonty progressed, the streets surrounding Glasgow certainly did not. We got the chance to experience a mix of beautiful cultures and traditions from across the world. The Germans kicked it off with Oktoberfest, and once French customs allowed, Diwali soon followed. We danced the night away, trying as hard as we could to learn the moves, the highlight of which was Jay and Aryaman stealing the show with a passionate duet. As they proved throughout the evening, it does indeed take two to tango. A packed P1 concluded with a lovely Halloween celebration, where Pablo, Ale, and Luis coordinated with a memorable tribute to cultures from afar. Our final celebration in Fonty was Chinese New Year, which gave us the chance to welcome the Year of the Horse. In some ways, riding a horse is a fitting metaphor for the MIM, in the sense that it's a bumpy ride, you're not sure how you're going to get off, and you have to constantly reassure your parents it was worth the price.
And although these cultural evenings often had an army of proud patriots determined to get them off the ground, the majority of our social events, from mixers to fundraising dinners to 200-person trips, did not. Instead, they were put together almost single-handedly by one of the most organized, selfless, and hardworking people any of us has ever met. Determined to show that Belgians are not just boat race experts, Caroline took it up on herself to ensure that every MIM had an experience to cherish. Whether it was changing late payments, navigating last-minute cancellations, or apologizing to venues for certain Italians being discovered asleep on the toilets at 7 a.m. the next morning, she did all the work that most of us would simply never commit to. We would go on for hours, detailing her efforts this year, but I will just finish by saying she's truly one of a kind, and we all owe her an immense debt of gratitude. So Caro, on behalf of the MIM, thank you for all your hard work these last 10 months, and best luck for the future. Speaking of the future, standing here today, I'm so incredibly excited to see which paths we will all follow, or carve out ourselves. The array of top-tier jobs and projects this cohort is about to pursue is a testament to the rigor, drive, and determination shown by all of us this year, but also to the outstanding support received from INSEAD. The chance to learn, ask questions, and work together at this school is like nothing I had experienced before. I truly believe that there is no better room that a young student can be in than this one. Looking around, it is not hard to feel inspired. And as we head into the next stage of our lives, I want to remind all of you that this is not the end, but instead the start of an exciting chapter, as we can finally put our decades of education into practice, unless you come back for an MBA, although even the deans may not approve of that.
In preparing this speech, I find myself thinking about the greatest effect that INSEAD has had on me. And I think it is this. Since joining the school, I aim higher, and I know many of my classmates will share that feeling. When you're surrounded every day by people this driven, intelligent, and ambitious, it changes the way you see your own potential. You begin asking yourself whether you too could be part of this extraordinary community of people determined to leave a mark on the world. And as we appreciate the incredible position we are now in, there remains one final group to thank. The people without whom none of this would be possible, and I'm of course talking about our parents, relatives, and all those around us who have sacrificed so much and worked so hard to give us the chance to enjoy such a fortunate life. It is not lost on us how lucky we are, and we hope that as we go on to find our own ways in life, you can look on and be proud of the paths we take. And if not, we will always we will always be happy to buy you a few drinks and call it even.
So, to the class of 2027, thank you. Thank you for the conversations that challenged us, for the friendships that made difficult moments manageable, and for maintaining the INSEAD spirit throughout this year. We arrived here as strangers from every corner of the world, all with different experiences, dreams, and expectations. Somewhere between case prep rooms, career stress, spontaneous trips, and nights that ended a little later than intended, connections were formed, which ensured that this group that began as a cohort leaves here today as a strongly bonded community. So as we move on, I hope we carry forward not just the ambition that brought us to INSEAD, but also the perspective that this year gave us, that the strongest people are not those who succeed alone, but those who bring others forward with them. So congratulations to you all, best of luck with what is to come, and thank you for making this year unforgettable. See you all at the reunion.
Thank you, Christina and Felix, for your engagement, and bravo on your achievements. By the way, Christina, if you don't come back for an MBA, as the Dean of Executive Education, I can say you can always come back for executive education. And Felix, executive education is not a horse, we are a dragon, totally worth it.